Good morning. As you can see, the price of our portfolio has recovered quite nice from yesterday. We were down, to at one point in time when I looked at 375. It's recovered. You can see the BTC we have sitting there is back to the price it was, the 67, 68 cents that we had. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. I will execute some trades, of course, later today when I can when I have time to look at it. But let's look at the charts real quick. If it looks, there we go. You can see here, let's change this from a day chart to, let's go to an hour. That'll give us, there's that giant dip yesterday when I bought in down in this range here. It's already recovered. And I put in a sell order yesterday. And let's duplicate this tab. So I went through all of the coins that we purchased yesterday and put sell orders in. Just above our um, break-even price. So what I'm saying is, if we go back to the spreadsheet, which is right here, whoops, that's not what I wanted. If we go back to the spreadsheet, you can see our price point for cost basis is right here. I did delete these because this gets harder to track when we're going in and out, in and out. Okay, but so we'll do Bitcoin as an example. Bitcoin cost basis is 94,250. And what I did is, well, I think actually I got us a much better price than that, but we'll go in and look at the executed price right now. Let's see, I think this is it. Yeah, 94,500. So it wasn't a huge gain, but it was much bigger than you think, because if we look at, we'll come in here and open up the purchase. We bought $3.93 worth. So when we executed, we got 4.96. Then I turned around and resold at a higher price, $3. We got 4.18. And the difference there is, we got about 100 sats out of that. 100 sats, it's not a lot, but it adds up. And that's kind of the game. And you can see in the spreadsheet, I did add that rule last night or this morning. If the trade is less than a $10 profit, profits will be kept in the coin. That allows the portfolio to expand a little bit quicker to allow us to make more profits in the long term, because these little 67 cents here, they do add up. But when we're transferring $2 at a time or greater, it's much better. Okay, so the other thing I did is we can go, so I did that for several of those, and let's see which ones filled. Okay, so we had the Solana one actually closed out at it. Bitcoin, of course, did. XRP did. And though, well, we have 4 sales. XRP, Bitcoin, and wait a minute. Oh, that's a buy. Sorry. So we have 3. Bitcoin, XRP, and Solana are the ones that filled. So we got our $3.93 back out, and you can see that in the portfolio is now at back to $31, which that $31 is what we were at here. We were at $39, I think, is what we were at here before I started buying in that dip. So we've gotten a portion of our money back out of the trade. I say a whole lot, don't I? I guess it's just to fill space. So then I went in and made a few more orders. Just in case there's another dip, I went ahead and made another buy order for Bitcoin XRP. I need to put one in for Solana. We'll do that while we're on the phone or on the call or whatever this is. I'm getting used to this Bitcoin thing. I did, or this video thing. I did $4. So what I'll do is let's do a Solana one right now. This one's set for Solana. We'll go in. I'll show you exactly how I did that. So we are going to go make sure we're in the right portfolio here. There we go. We're going to set the amount. We're going to put a limit in. We're going to we'll set the price in a minute. Let's put $4. And the price point we want to go at is, what's our cost basis right now? Our cost basis on Solana is 186. So let's do, if it drops to 175. So let's drop the, we'll put this stop in, or this price in at 175. So if it drops again, we go ahead and pick up another one. We'll hit buy. And once we do that, I think it, I will actually, we may have to confirm the buy. Oh, it went, so it looks like it went through. Okay, so there it goes. So now we have our 3 buys, which just are mirroring the 3 sells, and I'll continue to do that process as these other ones sell. So when this ETH cell activates at 3258, and let's see what ETH is at right now, 31. So it's got a little bit to go to get us there, but you know, we've got that order in 3158. I actually missed it, it looks like, yesterday, because it went up there in the what hour was that? Let's see, 4 o'clock hour, and I didn't set those up until later, so we would have gotten out of ETH and probably ADA as well. Let's see, because they seem to all have that same. Yep, we would have gotten out of this too because the high was 99. What did I set the 90? I think that might not have gotten us out. ADA cell. ADA 6 right here. Oh no, that's the, we need the, this should be a cell up here. Nope. Nope. We only have this one set. These are the ones that are set for the 5 and 10% gain. So ADA, did ADA fill already? Or did I forget to put it in? ADA, okay, come down. I may have forgot to put ADA in, because there's a buy, and then that's open, and I got 3 cells. I got 80. Well, I forgot to put it in. Well, we'll do it right now. You'll see exactly how I did it before. So our cost basis for ADA is 94.77. Okay, so we can put that in at a great price. So 94.77 is our cost basis. Let's look at what we made the purchase at. We made that 393 purchase. I want y'all to pay attention. We made a purchase of 432. 432 at 90 cents. So now we can go into ADA. It's at 95 cents. We'll just keep that price right there. We'll set out 3.93. And the reason why I wanted y'all to pay attention, 393 is 195. Remember what I said? It was 432. So we're getting close to half of a free Cardano, where we're trading now. We'll have sitting in the account and someone else's money. And I'm actually going to set this, oh, that's at 98, sorry. We're going to set this at 96 even, which will give us, we're getting about 0.3 free Cardano when this crosses back above 96 cents. We'll place it, and now that's placed. We would have actually gotten out at a great price yesterday if I didn't make a mistake. And there we go. So now let's go over a couple charts that I look at to kind of give me an idea of what's going on in the market. I'll update the sheet later. I got meetings today. This is the heat map we discussed yesterday. You can see what happened where we went down. Today's date's the 4th. We went down here. We spiked down. We see this heat right there. Those are liquidations that were created. Then we came back up. Got those liquidations, got those liquidations, and see all this energy. It looks like energy, right? This energy is what it went to. Now we're at this point where we're at right now. The question becomes, does it go for this energy or does it go for that energy? And only time will tell. So now let's look at something called the Fear and Greed Index. I'm going to reload this to make sure we get a fresh Fear and Greed Index. This kind of gives you the sentiment of the market. Sentiment of the market is greed, which is basically saying more people are buying than selling. It's probably a better calculation than that. And if y'all ever want to look this up, this is actually on coinglass.com. You can go down here and you can see good descriptions of what it is, or just pause the video real quick and you can read it on your screen. So now you can see we've got a good idea of what the market is feeling. It's more greed. Oh, interesting. So if we come to an individual day, oh, okay, yeah. So we can click on the individual day. It says 63 is today. And then, of course, if you go back to the 9th, the price was 92. It was neutral. We come all the way back here to when the price was really high. This was when it was 106. It was 87. There was a lot of greed in the market, which when this gets into the extreme greed is when I'm looking for exit opportunities because there's going to be a correction. Now let's see, chart number 2. This is the rainbow indicator, and this shows you, if I can get that off the screen, it comes down here and it gives you a good overview of it. But let's reload this because that seems to be stuck on there. Okay, so you can see where the price is. So it's stuck again. Well, anyways, you can see down here, we're down in the green area. We're nowhere near when it's overheated. If we come down here, you can actually read where it says, when the warmer colors of the rainbow chart indicate likely overheated, such periods have historically proven to be good times for strategists to begin take profits. When price is down is a good time for basically to buy. I look at this as I see what it says is take profits, but somebody, and I don't know who said, so I'm just going to give credit to the ether out there, that you make your profits when you buy. If you make a good entry, your profits are guaranteed, or almost guaranteed. When you make a bad entry, that's when you don't make as much profit. And when you're down in these ranges here, it's a good time to buy. People have been asking me for, a long time. When is a good time to buy Bitcoin? Well, truth is, it's always a good time to buy Bitcoin. This is back to 2011, and you can see there's almost always a good time. And even if you bought here, we're higher than that now. So even if you bought at the peak in that's probably 2017, if I had to guess, because this thing's froze up. Even if you bought at the peak in 2017, you're well over the price now. If you bought at the peak in 2021, you're well over the price now. So you're definitely making profit. Now let's go to, this one's new. I don't really know too much it's new for me, too much how to interpret it, but it's interesting. When you come back here, you can see that Grayscale had the largest share back at the beginning of 2024. This is when the ETFs got approved. And you can see the total quantity of Bitcoin is 781,000 owned by ETFs at 63,000. The price continues to go up. And right now, you've got 1.1 million Bitcoin owned by the ETFs. BlackRock, of course, being the largest holder of Bitcoin in that group. But as a group, that's 1.13 million Bitcoin. It lets you know that there's strength in the market. And the other thing it lets you know, if you see here, they're still buying. They took some profits actually here, which is the 9th. Kind of interesting. Let's look at the 9th. Let's go to the daily chart. I told you this is a new chart for me, so this isn't wanting to switch. Okay, now we'll go to the daily chart and we'll look at the 9th. Look at that. That's when the market went down. There was profits taken between the 8th and the 9th by the hedge funds. You see it right here in the chart. We can take this down a little bit tighter, and you can actually see that's the 9th, 10th. That in itself, they went from 1.149 to 1.3. I mean, so that's not a lot of Bitcoin. They sold 10,000 Bitcoin. That's a pretty significant amount of dump on the market. So that could explain some of the dump on the market is they did it following the price. I wonder if the amount they hold is accurate or when they report. I don't know. We'll learn some more about this. Oh, that one's not there. There's a lot of other indicators you can look at here in Glassnode, or CoinGlass. I'll get a link and put a link for CoinGlass in the description. So if any of you want to go there and look at it, this is just a free version I'm using for what I've got here. You don't have to pay for anything. They do have pay versions, but who wants to pay that? You could get some charts for $50 a month. We've got a $400 portfolio here that we're working with. We're not going to pay $50 a month for a $400 portfolio. We've got now if we were dealing with 4,000 or 40,000, maybe. I wouldn't do it at 4,000, but if I had 40,000 or 400,000 or something like that, I would definitely do it. Which this portfolio we're dealing with, this portfolio will be 4,000. This portfolio, if we keep this strategy up, ultimately will be 40,000. Pretty easy. It's just a matter of time. So, anyways, here's where we're at. 398. We were at over 400 at one point in time when I looked early this morning before I got ready. We're over 400 now. So you can see we're over 400. Our Cardano has spiked up to $74. So let's look at that. What's going on with Mr. Cardano? Look at that. Mr. Cardano has spiked, which means our order for Cardano's sell would have been executed. Let's double check. And we've got our $4 back out of Cardano. That's simple. We've got our our $3.91. So now let's go back into Cardano and do what I did with the other ones. We're going to put a limit order in to buy. Let's pick, where did it go down to? Let's take this back from the hour to, let's do 6 hours so we can see this drop. It went all the way down here to a low of 87. Let's do 92 cents. So let's do limit price 0.92, and we're going to do $4. And we're going to throw that buy in, and there we go. We now have a buy to go back in at a lower price. And each time we do this, what occurs is this cost basis, and this is why you have to not here, entry price. This cost basis goes down every time you make a purchase that's below this number. So if we make a 92 purchase, it's going to go down. It's going to go down a little because we're only buying $4. But if we buy above this number is going to go up, which we will buy above this number later in the year as the prices go up and up and up and up and up. I mean, if Cardano's $8, we're not going to wait for it to go back to 90 cents to buy. We're going to sell out and come back in, sell out and come back in, taking profits. So let's see if any of these see our Crow is doing okay. So overall, it looks like the market has recovered nicely from the yesterday's dump. I did not buy into these during the dump yesterday because these are speculative and we don't have any extra cash in our speculative portfolio. That's one thing that I won't do. This money here, right there, is only to buy in the base currency. We need USD here to in order to grow this portfolio. So if there's no USD here, we can't increase our holdings here to buy the price down. So we just kind of have to go with what it is. So, well, that's where we're at. I'm going to sit here real quick and you're going to see how I update our cost basis. It's pretty simple, but might as well let you see it. I want y'all to understand what I'm doing so that you can do it yourselves. Because I'm not telling you to copy my trades. I actually would prefer you don't copy my trades because this isn't financial advice. This is just me showing you how I do it. So here we go. Let's click here. Oops, I don't want that. Let's go back because that's not what I want. We're going to go in here and what's the amount we have? We now have of Bitcoin 68254. We have dot 0.0068254. Let's throw the current price in. We don't have the current price here. We'll have to get that somewhere else. Let's update our cost basis. And our cost basis is, there we go. You see how the cost basis is now lower because of that little sell we did. That lowered our cost basis just a little bit, which then helps us in the long run make profits. Let's go ahead and do XRP. XRP, we have 25.4. So we'll come here, 25.417007, and our cost basis is 2. See, we dropped our cost basis there by a penny. It doesn't seem like a lot, but over time, this matters. Now we're going to do ETH. ETH, we have 0.02094367. It's a little bit of an increase, and we've got our ETH. Maybe I updated that one yesterday. Okay, ADA, we got 72 now, or we have 76 now. So 76.2579197. There we go. I'm typing it in right, just not saying it right. We'll come here. What's our cost basis now? 94.82. Why did our cost basis go up? I don't know what happened there, but we're going to record what it is. I'll see if I can research that and figure out what happened there. And Solana, our cost basis is, see, our cost basis here went down a couple pennies. And the amount we have is gone to 0.3434. Where was it again? 0.3457737. Okay, let's get our Doge in. We now have 29.6 Doge. Cost basis on those would not have changed. The only place there might be a change is Crow, because didn't we buy more Crow the other day? Oh, we updated it since it looked well. We've got 77.8. Nope. So yeah, it looks like we updated. So now let's do a real quick price run for current prices. We're gonna do BTC. Current price is 96.527. I'm not putting in pennies on something that large. Our current price of our USD, that's USDC. We'll worry about that later. ETH is 32.10. 32.10. Let's do XRP is 258. 2.58. And I'm trying to find a way to make this column here actually automate. I tried a couple plugins. I couldn't successfully get them. Doge down here is at 35 cents, 0.35. Solana's 187. 187. Don't have that H bar. We have some H bar. H bar is 0.28337. There we go. Now we'll go to XLM. We don't have ADA. That's the last one of our base portfolio. 0.9699. There we go. And we did Doge. We just need Sheeb and Crow. Sheeb and Crow. There's Sheeb. 245. Take this one down. 2145. 4, 5. Okay, and then let's find our crow. Crow, crow, crow. Where are you, crow? Okay, let's just type it in. CRO. The crow price is now $13.89. There we go. Now our portfolio price here should be somewhat accurate. Something is off. Oh, I need to update the cash. So yep, that's what we gotta do. We gotta update our cash because we have more than $19 now because we had those prices execute. So we have a balance of 27.58. 27.58. There we go. And now we have a total of 202.34. There's a couple pennies off because I didn't update price up here. What I can do, copy, come up here, paste, and paste. Now we're higher for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, there we go. As you can see, we are growing this portfolio a little bit at a time. We're up right now. Call it 0.5%, and we're still growing. So see you in the future.